everybody, welcome to the video where I'm going to be shaming myself for not finishing these very popular books in 2018. Some people call it DNFing, did not finishing. Sometimes it could be associated to books that you just did not want to finish because they were bad. But most of these books that I did not finish, I just didn't finish just because I did not finish them. Not because they were bad, just because I didn't finish them. And these will come as a shock to you guys because some of them are a part of very wildly popular series that I've talked about a lot on my channel over the past couple years and that I've adored. And I just did not finish some of the most recent books in these series because I did not finish them, like I said before. Will I finish them? Yes. Eventually. Did I finish them in 2018? No. Will I finish them in 2019? Bet your butt I will. Hold me to it, guys, please. I just really need to finish these books. I need to know how they're gonna end. I just don't know why I didn't finish them to see how they were gonna end when I was reading them. I just stopped reading them, and I just did not continue reading them, and I just need to. Okay, guys, so let's jump in with numero uno. Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Shame, 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 shame. I know it's probably very shocking to you guys that I've not finished this book yet, because everybody reads it, pretty much reads it straight through because it's just so gripping. But I have a really good excuse for it. Kind of. Not really, actually. It's a pretty crappy excuse, but let me tell you it anyways to make myself feel better. I was going on UK book tour right when I hit the center of Lord of Shadows, and I was like, okay, I really want to bring it with me on tour, but it's such a big book. I don't think that I can make room in my luggage because I have to fit all my clothing and whatnot, so I left it at home. But then I also got the ebook on my Kindle, which I did bring with me on tour. I just did not read it when I was on tour. I would like to say that I didn't have time to read when I was on tour, but I totally did. I was on quite a few trains that lasted quite a few hours, but what did I do on those train rides? Probably read, like, 10 pages of Lord of Shadows. But then the rest of the time I was either asleep or stalking Instagram. I mean, scrolling through Instagram. I don't stalk people's pages on Instagram. Yes, I do. I do all the time. Yeah, so by the time I got back after tour, I just never picked it up again. Not because it was not an amazing book, just because I just didn't do it. I don't have a good explanation for it. I just didn't pick it up. But do you know what? In order for me to get to Queen of Air and Darkness, I have to finish this book. And I know that the ending is very, very sad. And I think that this is also just me dreading the ending, and that's why I haven't picked it up yet. But I will read it in 2019. Oh yes, I will. Then I will read Queen of Air and Darkness, also in 2019. And then I'm gonna read her next series in the Shadowhunter realm, Chain of Gold, which takes place in the past with two characters' children, who I will not say who it is because spoilers. But that's my plan. It'll get done. I swear. I hope. Please hold me to it. Okay, now on to number 2. Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. You guys probably have heard of this series from me or from other people, but I've really raved about her books over the past couple years since the first one came out, which was Stalking Jack the Ripper. I adored it. I love the second book, and I was really hyped to read the third book, and I got 3 or 4 chapters in. It was phenomenal, but then I just didn't continue on with it because I was in a really crappy book slump at the time. But I just never continued on with it. But I want to know what's gonna happen. I need to know what's gonna happen. And soon I shall find out what's gonna happen. Because I will finish this book because I love it so much. I love Audrey Rose, and I am obsessed with Thomas Cresswell. Oh, he's such a babe. The next book is one of the most talked about books of last year, and that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And I did not actually get that much into this book. I actually was listening to the audiobook of it, and I thought, hey, if I listen to it every single day when I take my dogs on their mile walk, I'm gonna get through it in probably 10 years, which is great, because at least I'll get through it. Not actually. I probably would have gotten through it within the week. Or 2 weeks. It depends. Usually, like, my mile walk with my dogs takes like an hour, and then like an hour of an audiobook a day. This audiobook is probably like 15 hours or something like that. So yeah, like 2 weeks. But do you know what I kept on forgetting when I went on my mile walk? Not my phone, oh no, I always bring my phone just in case somebody tries to snatch me. Or my dogs, even though I can karate kick them in the nuts. Anyways, I kept on forgetting my headphones, and I hate listening to audiobooks without my headphones, so I just never picked up and finished the audiobook. But I really want to, because everybody loves this book series. Or at least the first book. The second book is coming out in 2019, I believe. So I better get through it so I can get to the next book. That's pretty much the moral of all these books that I'm reading, or have not read, or do not finished, actually. Pretty much all of them have sequels that are coming out next year, and I really need to get the previous books read so I can read the sequels. Anywho, on to the next one. So I actually don't have that much left of this book, and I actually do plan on finishing it probably this next week, because the second book in this series is going to be the Utopia book club pick for the month of January. And so what book is it? It is Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've also been listening to the audiobook of this novel, and I do enjoy it. I do need to finish it, and I do plan on finishing it so I can read the next book with you guys for the book club. Moving on to the next book, which is our last book, and just so happens to be a Sarah J. Maas book. And that is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Although I did read this book, or started reading it in 2017, and then I carried on reading it in 2018, and I've still yet to read it and finish it in 2019. So pretty much I started reading it when I was taking my 18-hour road trip to Illinois from Texas, so a while ago. And then I listened to more of it, I think it was like in January or February, like a few more chapters of it, but I still have yet to finish it. And I honestly just need to do it. A lot of these books I actually started as an audiobook and then switched kind of into hardcover, which I have done with Court of Wings and Ruin. I've kind of been reading it on both platforms, physical and audio, which has been great, but I haven't finished it yet, even when I've been doing it on 2 different platforms. Like, how is that possible? How can you not finish a book when you've been listening to it and reading it at the same exact time? I mean, honestly, is it a skill? It may be a skill. Am I talented at procrastinating reading books? You know it. So it's been a process, guys. It has been, but I think I may do a reading vlog or maybe even a readathon with you guys, because if you guys have not finished many books, maybe we should all just join together and read all the books we did not finish in 2018 or whenever it was over the course of a week in the new year, because that would actually be really fun, and I'm just coming up with this now. Would you guys like to do it? Let me know down below. We can all read all the books that we have not finished, so I will be finishing all the books that I mentioned in today's video. Well, pretty much all of them. Who knows if I'll read all of them, but hopefully at least 3 or 4 within a week with you guys. It could be like the DNF-a-thon. Whew. Am I starting something new, guys? Would you guys like to do this? Please let me know, and I'll make it happen. Okay, guys, so those are the books that are very popular books that I have not finished in 2018. Let me know what books you have not finished in 2018 down below, along with if you want to go and finish reading them with me in 2019 for the DNF-a-thon. I hope that's not actually a thing. Is it actually a thing? I'll look it up. So guys, don't forget to go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My username is @SashaAlsberg. I post a lot over there, so please go give it some love. I would really appreciate it. And my book Nexus is coming out in 2019. It's the final book in the Andromeda Saga, and you can pre-order it now down below. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!